Eating with Faith by my side. Today is Tuesday, 20 May 2025. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. This is Faith Kipyegon of Kenya at a on-site at venue 2024 Wanda Diamond League interview, and this one was in Rome. And she talks a little bit about the 1500 meters, and there was a statue in her honor in Kenya that got removed for various reasons, and so but there was a statue, and so that's kind of what I'm providing my perspective on. And I got two home-style Eggos that my Cristiano toasted to perfection. Some days it's other of my soulmates in charge of the toasting. I'll keep the setting the same, but the toasting will change. And I got Mrs. Butterworth's original syrup, and I do 1 tablespoon each, and or not each, total, and I do half a tablespoon on each Eggo. So there we go. And so I covered the 2024 Wanda Diamond League, some of the results as it was going on last year in 2024, and I'm circling back to this interview. I think Faith Kipyegon is a charismatic runner. She's middle distance. And there was this statue that in her home country, so she's of African ancestry, of Kenyan ancestry, and they're going to put a statue up, but then something happened with the statue, and it didn't quite reach city status, is I think the term. And so it got removed. So I thought that was cool, though. Something to think about with running competitions. There the Eggos are all dressed. Cristiano in a white tuxedo. My Cristiano in a white tuxedo. Tasty. And I think that's something to think about in sports competitions. Yeah, you could get statues or a statue in this honor, a person's honor. I think there's what does a statue look like? Where does a statue go? How does one find out that there's been a statue made, and thinking about going up in one's honor? It's nice and crispy. I grabbed it from the toaster and waddled my way upstairs as quickly as I could. And so that's something to think about with competition. And I appreciate that this was asked at a on-site at a competition, as opposed to like randomly with her walking down the street. It keeps it professional and kind of in the right headspace of, you're out here competing, and you're out here winning, and you have all these great things that you've done. How do you handle this as well? Which is I'm referring to the statue, which my Cristiano is a good one to invoke here, because way back when, when I lived in California, perhaps the biggest news about his career during the time I lived in California, 2015 to 2019 inclusive, was a bust, like a statue, like kind of like chest and up, that was made of him. So I saw this and I thought of both her and my Cristiano. Because my baby Cristiano, my handsome babe, who's 40, he's approximately 8 years older than me, 40 for his toasting. And Cristiano, you are tasty too. Thank you for joining Faith and I. Faith and Tanis, Tanis and Faith.